This is crazy. Hello, friends. Uh, I didn't think when I paused streaming late last year or middle of last year, I don't even know when, that it would be this long of a break. But hey, things happen, life happens. I am back. Hello. Frackberg, hi. This is so good to see you, to hear from you. I am still alive. I am well. Let me move my webcam up a tiny bit. There we go. I'm like obscuring the bottom bar here. What is this? How do I even? I'm still trying to get my sea legs back. But hey, Frackberg. Hey, Kotufa. It is so good to see you. I'm excited to see that you are on Twitch as well. I know that you are. I think if you started streaming, if so, I'm gonna have to jump into that. And Surly Dev, it's good to see you as well. You did not scare me away. I try to limit my stream again, Twitter post to once every few months. Thank you, Frackberg. I do appreciate the encouragement because I was around that time thinking about, okay, all right, it's really been far too long. And I don't want to get into all the specifics of the whys and the hows. And the important thing is I'm back. I'm here, excited to talk to y'all. But Frackberg, you definitely did kind of help nudge me a little bit in the right direction. Because you asked, Surly Dev, I actually did want to mention, and in retrospect, I should have started streaming earlier because I've actually spent a lot of time over the last couple of months back in the Pi Conway project. Those of you all that were bearing along with me late last year when I was still streaming actively, thank you, Frackberg. I missed you as well, and I do appreciate that. One of the things that I was working. Let me turn off the desk webcam here for just a little bit. One of the projects that I have been working on a lot lately is Pi Conway. August. Surly Dev, was it August? I can call that late last year, but it's really not, right? It's way too long. So Surly Dev, I know you remember Frackberg. I'm sure you do as well. I did spend a little bit of time working on this. I was starting to learn Python. I wanted to get in. I'd been messing around with Python for years, but like really trying to learn it. And I started this implementation of Conway's Game of Life, and my intention was to actually make it work in the command line, make it work in the browser, and then ultimately also make it work on microcontrollers, in CircuitPython. That was my ultimate goal. It works. I have tweeted some of this recently, but you all, Surly Dev, I know you remember, I was definitely struggling mightily with this very early on, and made a ton of progress on the library. It is actually up on PyPI, so you can go and download it if you want to. That's not right. That's not the right. If I click on that, does it go? Ugh. That doesn't work. Surly Dev, 16th August 2019 is the date on a zip file I have in that folder. I think you got me. I think that seems about right. But yeah, so I've spent a bunch of time actually working on this. I was trying to take like I did on the stream way back then, take a very test-driven development approach. Surly Dev and I had actually seen too late that you had submitted a pull request with some of the things that I was struggling with mightily back then, which is which I really do appreciate the help. I managed to get a lot of those things figured out in terms of how I was doing the checking neighbor cells and things like that as well. But I had not forgotten that I really wanted to work on that. So what I'm doing with it right now, and it's still around, and maybe that's not what I wanted to stream about today, but I will. My intention is to actually get it in to, get into back regular development on the stream, because I actually do have it working on CircuitPython. Let's see if I can show I actually have it working here on a device here in front of me, one of these CircuitPython, so you can sort of tap the screen and let this game over, start it, and it sort of seeds the board with little Blinka Pythons. Bald bearded builder, Mr. Michael Jolly himself. You and Frackberg did already make that joke, so nice try, buddy. Come back next time when I stream again in another 9 months. Huh? Huh? Y'all are so funny. I expected these jokes to happen. I thought about starting with a little like Slim Shady guess who's back joke, but I didn't do it. Anyway, so Python, that's been fun. Check this out if you're interested in Surly Dev. There's actually more that I want to do here, but this is actually pretty functional right now. I'll show you a couple of demos for it. It actually works in threaded mode, but there's a few different implementations and a couple of different examples that I have out here right now. One that runs it, runs the app against PyPlot, so it'll just do a PyPlot animation, runs pretty fast. Another example that will run in a on the circuit, like on a Circuit Python device, like the Pi badge, so you can actually run the game and update pretty regularly. Frackberry. I won't wait another 9 months. Maybe. And then I have another example that I haven't committed yet. I just realized that actually we're running on the command line. So let me see if I still have that one open. Let me pull this over here because it would be kind of fun to show off if I got it. Oh yes, I have a separate repo for that. I wasn't planning on doing this, so we'll see what could possibly go wrong. What do I have in here? See, it's CLI. Yep. Oh yes. Let's see. I need to do source. ENV. I wouldn't expect you to. I'm amazed that. And then, man, activate. Okay, so now we should be able to Python run Conway Python. Okay, so I'm gonna do here. Oh, this will be kind of fun. So this is the CLI implementation of this. So this has been a fun sort of like Brandon has been exploring the ins and outs of building different kinds of apps with Python. So 12 by 12 and run in infinite mode. Infinite mode basically just means that the board sort of, instead of doing edge detection, it does edge detection on the board, but instead of treating the board as a boundary, the end of one side flows over to the other side. It's sort of a more complex way to play the game. So I'll say run in infinite mode, and then it runs like that. Counts up the generations, but that's lame. So let's do 24 by 24. So there you go. There is, so I showed you running embedded, running in the CLI. That was sort of my goal with PyConway to begin with. And it's not done. There's actually more stuff that I want to do with it. Oh, golly. My heart is broken over no more mesh. My heart is broken too, bald bearded builder. It's gonna take some getting used to say that. And J.R. Rogers, hey, how's it going? Yes, I know. You know, J.R. Rogers, I actually wrote, I don't know if you saw, but I wrote some instructions on the particle docs on how to, all right. I can still call you Michael. That's okay. Not to call you by your stage name. So J.R. Rogers, I created a doc on using CircuitPython on a particle Xenon. So if you have some Xenons sitting around, I would highly recommend doing this. You already have a fully functional CircuitPython device, so cool. You have been playing, okay, cool. I've already seen it, great. But yes, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm pretty bummed about that as well. Anyway, what did I want to do today? Well, part of my impetus for coming back can I just call you B cubed? Triple B? Can I like take your stage name and like shorten it even further? Grogard, hey! Long time no see. Way too long. Grogart, I have my giant board and Wi-Fi kit. Been thinking about you. I have the Wi-Fi Featherwing and the giant board in, like, on my desk over there, ready to go. And I actually had a stream idea to actually design, and maybe Grogard, you may know, maybe there's already something like this, but I wanted to actually take my giant board and do some Python-y machine learning stuff on it, but actually connect it to an Argon via UART, but basically build like a Adafruit doubler, something like a doubler, but that inverts the UART pins, so you can basically get automatic UART support between the two devices just by plugging them in. So that may be something that I can do. We can, design a board that does that on a future stream. But I am excited to use that. I will admit that it's been sitting for too long. Yeah, I haven't seen anything like it either, which is why I thought, like, oh, well, why not build it? It might be kind of fun. Anyway, enough of future stream ideas. Let's talk about current stream ideas. B-trips. I will call you B-trips. We can do that. So I have a device, a particle device. A lot of my streams start this way. And I have been thinking a lot lately about how isolated we all are. For good reason. It is, I think many of us are sort of doing our part to flatten the curve, to try to set ourselves and those that are most vulnerable right now up to live long, happy lives. But I know that this is also a time where a lot of us are feeling that isolation, I mean, I work from home all the time. We homeschool our kids, but even my family and I are feeling that sense of isolation. Surly Dev, that was a softball. I just sort of lobbed that one up for you, and you just chip shot, clean swing, very nice. Thank you, Surly Dev. Do they? It was so long ago. I'm surprised you. I'm just gonna. I deserve that. I 100% deserve that. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Don't lay off me just because I'm back. Isla with trademark? Isla with trademark? I do not have a Discord channel. I'm not cool enough to have a Discord channel. I hang out in other Discord channels. You can find me in the Adafruit Discord channel most of the time. I can probably join other people's Discord channels, but no, I don't have a Discord channel. But great question, and I apologize for mispronouncing it. Isla with the trademark. With trademark. Thanks for asking the question. Welcome. Hope you have fun hanging out. Not sure if good or not, but my day-to-day life hasn't changed much. I already work from home. Yeah, Grogard, that's definitely been the same for me as well. But I can definitely still feel that sense of isolation, and I know that a lot of people are feeling that isolation. My company, Particle, is now 100% remote. We had remote engineering. We have people like myself that have been remote, but the entire company is remote. And we've always been a very Slack heavy company. We're in Zoom meetings all the time. But I think we're all sort of feeling the sense of like anything else, any little thing helps in this time of feeling like I can't just go out and grab a cup of coffee. And here I thought I would have all kinds of time to talk because nobody would show up today after me streaming for so long. We're not worried about how Brandon's stream starts right now. We're just happy with the start. Thank you. B-Trips. Appreciate that. And hoping the next one comes quicker than a baby would. Yes, for sure. All right, so I'll do my next stream in 6 months. How about that? Or maybe I'll do it this week. I guess we'll just have to figure out how this goes. But I thought about it would be kind of cool to use one of what I consider to be one of the cool features of the Particle platform to do something I'm not trying to solve the world's problems, but to try to do something that I felt would be kind of cool, a cool way of giving people the opportunity to be connected. Little did we know, all it took to get Brandon streaming again was a global pandemic. Yes, that's true. That's true. So let's all hope that they don't happen that often, but that maybe I don't have to wait for the next one to start streaming. So here's what I want to do today. I want to actually build something that allows me to, or anyone really, to publish a message to the particle cloud that anyone else in the world can subscribe to. And if anyone else publishes that message, I subscribe to it, I'll do something in response. So for instance, I'm going to set up a publish handler in here so that I will publish a public message when I click this button here on my device. And then on the subscribe side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to subscribe to the same message, public message, and then I'm going to fade this chainable LED purple in and out. And this is not going to be isolated to this device because I'm going to publish a public message. This is honestly something that any of you, if any of you already have particle devices, you could subscribe to that same message and respond in kind. So the idea, and I don't know if I'm communicating this effectively or not, but the general idea is that if anyone in the world subscribes to this public message, if there's like a bunch of us that say like, hey, this is a way we can keep connected. We all subscribe to the same message. We all do some way of publishing this message, buttons, whatever. That it's a way that we can sort of be silently but sort of subtly connected to one another. If I'm working and I look over and I see this blue LED, or this LED fading purple, I know that, hey, somebody else is thinking about me. There are other people in the world that have sort of reached out to this group. J.R. Rogers, thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like I'm not describing it well, but you're getting the point, so I appreciate it. So, Grogard, I've been heavily into some new dev stuff, making VR games. Oh, Grogard, that's awesome. That's really cool. Who was I looking at yesterday? Oh, SourceScoot was streaming yesterday afternoon some VR game dev. Well, that's kind of a cool thing. I need to check that out a little bit more. He's like, I got to get away from my kids for a bit. Hey, everybody, I'm streaming. Leave me. Oh, you got me, Michael Jolly. Yes, that's right. That's right. Grogard, I totally set one up. Okay, cool. So if y'all are on board, then this should actually be kind of cool. We can do this collaboratively together and just sort of see where it goes. Grogard, you got a few argons laying around. Cool. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a subscribe handler. And I'm going to call the name of the function or the name of the event that I'm subscribing to. I put this in my stream title. Is going to be Alone Together 2020. That's it. So if anyone around the world publishes that, a public message with that string, I will receive it and I'll be able to respond to it on my device, right? So, and then the event that I'm going to handle, call this handle message, and I think, I just have to remember this. I think by default the scope is oops. I don't think I need to change this scope. So I'm going to leave that there for now and we'll see. All right, so I've got this. So now what I need to do is actually create this handle message function. So I'm going to call a particle subscribe handler. I'll see if the snippets actually show up in time. Come on. Now I have to look up in the docs. I never remember the right method signature here for the subscribe handler. Yep. There it is. Const char event, const char data. Yes. Okay. It is void. Okay, so when I receive that message, I'm going to do something to my chainable LED. And I need a library for this. So I'm going to install a library, and I believe that the library is called Grove Chainable LED. No. Okay. Well, that's what I get for trying to be smart. So let me find a library. Find libraries. Maybe it's Grove. Let's search for chainable. Oh, no. Okay. No additional underscore. Okay, library is installed. I am not getting IntelliSense right now. What's happening? All right. So include, and then I'm going to set this up. I only have one LED. So here, let me cheat a bit. Right this here. I can't spell. I just have one, and this is on. Let's forget where this is on. Where's my LED? A4, A5. Hey, .commie. How are you? It is me. I am here. .commie, I hope you're doing well. I missed you. I missed all of y'all. So I am glad that you are here. So .commie, what I am creating today is basically a way of publicly publishing and subscribing to particle messages. So we can, for those of us that choose to do so, actually communicate with one another via particle devices. So I can hit a button, publish an event. Anybody that subscribes to that event can receive it and do something like blink an LED, let everybody know we're out there, we're together. We're alone together in the year 2020. Crazy to think. Okay, so chainable LED, got it. There's only one of these. I'm gonna go in my setup and I will call LED.init. And then after that, I'm going to turn it off. So LED dot set color HSB. So 0, 0. What the heck is it? 0.0, 0.0. I have an Argon ready for this. I love that. Awesome. Okay. Not really anything going on there now, but it's enough for me to at least try to flash. And if this works, then the LED that's on right now that's blue should just turn off. Because I will at least know that something good happened. It's running my codes. It's running my codes well. Oh, so I gotta mention this. If y'all are, while I'm waiting for this to compile and do its thing, I will mention going to the Particle Twitter account. That I am doing a webinar on Thursday on integrations. So, if I can find it. There's me. That's the much younger version of myself in that photo. So I'm doing a webinar. It's a free webinar, obviously, Thursday at noon Central on integrations, and it's actually going to be integrating with ThingSpeak specifically. Which is a pretty cool platform for doing simple data visualization, stuff like that. So that was my required plug. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. That guy. So young. So happy. So unaware. Anyway, check that out. If you want. Or don't. I'm fine either way. Okay. I am waiting. All right, while that is doing its thing, let me... I'm gonna wire up my button as well and take a look at the docs for this. So the devices that I am using here, I actually pulled from the... It used to be called the Particle Grove Kit, or the Grove Kit for Particle Mesh. It's now IoT Starter Kit. There it is. So there's a number of different devices in there, including this button, right? It's just a simple Seed Studio button, not a big deal. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, it doesn't have a... Yeah, there's not a library for it, but I do need to install a debounce library in order to use it. Check, see if there's anything else. Oh, come on. Internet. Let me check my... Not internet. I blame Seed Studio. Hey, Dizzy, how you doing? Oh yeah, I've got some old chat commands in there. I probably ought to clean up. The wall of things is offline. And it has been for a bit. Maybe one of these days I'll get it back online. Okay, well this is still doing its thing. So I'm actually going to install the debounce library while I wait. No, Dizzy, do you really? Awesome. Well, if you have a particle argon and you want to go with me on this, then join me on this journey of togetherness as we are alone and isolated, then I would love to have you. Hey, B.S. Calaro, where have I been? Man, I have been everywhere and nowhere. How about that? It's been a crazy last several months, man. How are you doing, B.S. Calaro? Oh, Dizzy, thanks so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Subscribe. Wow, that's so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, it's not that wild. It is not that wild. And is it Audizzy? Audizzy, am I pronouncing it correctly? By the way, I appreciate the sub. All right, so I'm going to include the debounce library. Oh yeah, the flash worked. So now, while I did all that, while I killed some time, here we are. Cool. Have y'all... So I will tell you this. You never realize how much you touch your face until the whole world tells you to stop touching your face. Hey, A-Day. Thank you so much for the follow. Or A-Day. Apologize if I'm getting it wrong. But hey, thank you for the follow. I am touching my face so much. And I'm more conscious of it already because of all this business. And now because I'm here and y'all are watching me, and I feel like you're silently judging me as I'm touching my face. So if you catch me touching my face, just throw it, you just yell at me in chat. Yeah, I just got to keep the hands clean. That's right. Well, and I wear contacts, so this whole like keep your fingers out of your eyes thing, like that, it's not happening. I just have to like make sure my hands are super, super clean when I put the contacts in and out. Okay, so LED is off. Cool. The codes worked. Okay, so now that I'm subscribed, let's do this real quick. I'm gonna do, just for testing, I'm gonna do set color, HSB, and we're gonna address the first LED. I'm gonna set my hue, I'm gonna do 0.5. 0.5. We'll delay 300, 3 seconds, and then turn it back off. Just want to show you how the subscription is meant to work here. So I do not like this song. Thank you. Okay. So let's flash again. Should be much quicker this time. And now, let's go back into the console, and I want to go into my global events tab here. Oh, I'm getting it. I just noticed I'm getting a warning here for I'm using this is a deprecated use of the subscribe API. How dare I? Odyssey, is there a project link? There is not right now because I'm literally just starting this from scratch, but we'll get it before the end of the stream. We'll get it pushed up to GitHub, and I'll share that link so that perhaps we can work on this one together. So I'm going to publish an event. You can actually do that here from the terminal. I'm going to make it a public event, publish it, and if my subscribe is working, then you'll see the blue LED light up. Maybe? Let's find out. Publish. What? Yes. It worked. These things, I know these things are like easy, simplistic, but I don't know. It's always kind of like, I love it when things work. It never gets old. It's why I am in this line of work. Odyssey, what is the project specifically, or we'll figure out the link together, but in terms of what is the project? Magic! That's right. Days Claro. It never gets old.com, you're right. So what I'm wanting to do, Odyssey, is basically just create a way of, if we all have particle devices, they don't even have to be argons. If you have a particle photon from back in the day, or spark core, or electron, whatever it may be, if you can publish, if you can subscribe to this particle event or publish it, it's sort of a way of us being connected to one another in this time of isolation. So what I'm ultimately going to do today is create functionality where when I push this button, it's going to fire this message. It'll fire this event with the same name. And then anyone can subscribe to that event. And in my case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to light up this chainable LED purple. I'm just going to sort of fade it on and off purple. But you could subscribe to it as well and do the same thing. Do something different, whatever you might want to do. This chill station on Pretzel is like hit or miss, but that's okay. So Odyssey, hopefully that makes sense. Ade, and correct me if I'm saying your name wrong. I apologize. Does the particle board support HomeKit? So there is not HomeKit support out of the box, but I do believe that there's some folks out there that have figured out a way to get it to work, because all of the new devices have Bluetooth 5, that there is actually a way for HomeKit and Bluetooth to play nice together. Don't quote me on that. The best place to go would be hackster.io. And why not? Let's just check this out together. I have no idea what this search is going to yield, so we'll find out together. Let's see. Particle HomeKit. I swear I saw somebody did something with particle and HomeKit. HomeKit and a particle photon. Particle plugin for Homebridge. From Krishnaraj. Good job, Krishnaraj. Awesome. Okay, so there's a couple of different options here. Looks like this one, this one's several years old. So this uses the photon. So this would be where I would start. But with Bluetooth support on the particle argon and the boron, it should be easier than even it is described in this article. But check out hackster.io. Maybe check this out. I'm not necessarily recommending it because I'm a Reddit, but that's the first thing I got. And hopefully that answers the question. Okay. So pub sub should work. So this is the message, and now that I'm gonna get that, let me see if I can get rid of this warning. Let's see. I cannot remember. Trying to find a standalone alternative to the ESP8266. Yeah, for sure. Electron photon. I definitely think that it's worth looking into. Oh, it's just occurred to me. The other place to look at would be the particle forums. I should have gone there first. Look at this guy. Not being a good corporate citizen. Let me see if anybody's posted anything on HomeKit in here. Connect your photon to HomeKit without Homebridge. HomeKit and parts from 2015. So there is a number of HomeKit. There's a HomeKit thread here, that'd be worth checking out, looking into. The most recent, just like somebody that actually did a project share on doing it. That was just last year, so worth checking out. And there I go, touching my face again. Can't help it. Not mesh subscribe. Particle subscribe. All devices. Okay, so not passing this in will work, but it's deprecated. So that's what I was trying to do a good job of. So handle message and all devices. So now when I flash this, that warning should go away. There I go, touching my face again. See, and the worst part about it is that it's not like I'm just like touching the edge of my face. Like a lot of times I find myself like touching my mouth. And that's like even worse. God. I'm going to do a stream for 2 hours where I sit and just stare at the screen and try not to touch my face for 2 hours. To do nothing else. No coding, no talking, just 2 hours of my face staring at the camera as I slowly go mad from not being able to touch my face. Okay. We're back on. This is working to handle the message. I know I'm bouncing sort of all over the place here. That should help the follower count. Well, sure, because if the other channels out there, like watching people's chicken coops and watching cannabis grow and things like that, I mean, to like a lo-fi hip hop beats, like I think that 2 hours of me touching my face to like chiptune music, not touching my face to chiptune music could actually work as a way to drum up followers, huh? Maybe? Probably not. There we go again. Surly Dev, I like the way you think. Seeing as we can't get any hand sanitizer, use hot sauce sriracha instead. It won't kill any bacteria, but it will train you pretty quickly not to touch your face. But here's a problem that I have with that, Surly Dev. I love sriracha. And I cannot bring myself, if sriracha is not being consumed in my body, it's not worth it. Like I can't, what happens if the sriracha supply dries up? I don't care about running out of toilet paper or hand sanitizer, but if I can't get sriracha, what's the point of all of this? But you're right, get it in your eyes? No way. J.R. Rogers bricked your Argon, stuck on firmware, what? Oh no. What do you mean bricked? Is it flashing red, or is it just like in the magenta update cycle? Because J.R. Rogers, it may actually just be going through an update loop, which takes a while if it's been that long since you've updated. Maybe keep it plugged in and give it a little while. And if it's flashing red, or if you got an SOS, I have another idea for you. If you have the Particle CLI installed. Electroshock button, Odyssey, you're right. That could be another one. Could work really well. Stuck offline, not coming back. Like it is, the RGB LED is off. Because what you could do, try doing this. I don't know how this would work with it being off, but if you actually run the particle serial update command, that should work. Of course, it won't be in listening mode, so I don't know what it's going to do. Well, I don't know how if the light is off, I don't know if you could get it into DFU mode. Will you try running that and let me know if you get anything with it? Okay, so my warning message is gone. Everything is happy again. So now I want to wire up my button. Right, and let's see, what's my button on? D4. Button's on D4. Just hooked it up to the debugger. Okay, cool. I will say, like we could do a better job of getting devices updated faster if they've been sitting for a little while. Definitely some room for improvement there. Okay, my button pin D4. I've got the debounce library installed. I need to remember how the debounce library works. So thankfully there is codes for that as well. So the debouncer. Then you got a red board that's 07. I have a couple of those red boards too. Okay, am I doing that right? Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to attach to my debouncer. And that's going to be to the button pin. And we're going to pull it up by default. And I'm going to set the debounce interval to... Oh, wow. Did a sale. I remember that sale. $5 each, and you bought 15 of them. That's fantastic. This sounds like something I would do. Okay. I'm going to set my debounce interval at 30 milliseconds. Okay. And so then the way that I'm going to check this is on every loop through. I'm going to check the update the debouncer. And read my pin. Yeah, if debouncer. Let's, for now, for the purposes of testing, I'm going to turn this light back on to make sure that I'm actually reading, that all my assumptions here are correct about the way that this is supposed to work. Change to a different color. Flash. Flash, flash, flash. There he goes, touching his face again. After this stream, I'm going to do a super cut of all the times that I nearly or actually touch my face and realize it. See what that looks like. Okay. It's coming back online. Did it wrong. I suspect that I had done it wrong. Yeah, I pulled it. Okay, so I'm pulling it up by default, so I need to check high. See, that's why it's always good. Test small things. Test small things. Okay, it's time for different music. Chiptune, my favorite, chiptune. Okay, that's much better. All right, now when I hit the button, oh, y'all can't even turn my webcam off. Okay. There. Hit the button, turns it on. Doop-boo, doop-booty-boo, doop. Okay, great. That's perfect. So my debouncer is working correctly. So what I'm going to do now when I read hi is I'm going to fire off this message, but I want to do something. Keep that on for now. I need to use some state as well, because even with the debouncer running, it may fire off a lot of messages every time I hit the button. So typically what I do when I'm working with inputs like this is I will use I'll use a global to sort of help me catch once I've sent a message, right? So we'll do bool. And this will be false by default. And I will say if not sent message. Then fire the event. All right. And then here, once I let the button go, no, I'll say sent message. Got to set it to true. Sent message. And then we'll do particle publish. There's my IntelliSense. Alone together 2020. Send a null payload, and it's actually going to be a public message. Okay. And then here I'm going to do sent message is false. So you can. J.R. Rogers, my Argon is alive up to firmware 131. Cool. Great. That should work. I'm glad to hear that. So, if this works, when I hit the button, not only should it fire the message, but my LED should respond in kind. So, I'm gonna flash again. Okay. So let me pull up. Clear the event list here, and it should show up when I hit the button. Message fired. Yes. Message fired. Got it. Show you this here. Woo! Oh, sweet. Jared Rogers, it worked? Your LEDs are lighting up too? Yes! I was going to say, like, I was going to ask somebody to test that, but you got it already. I love that. Okay. So, whenever I hit this button, both the Argon and the red board. I love it. So, Jerry Rogers, you could do the same on the other side. If you want to do some interaction that publishes the message, you will see it. You'll see the LED on my device here light up. feel free to do that. But that's so exciting. I'm glad that works. That worked really quickly. So that's sort of the basics of what I wanted to do, but I want to actually now do something to make this LED to do more than just turn on and off, to just sort of like breathe a little bit. And this will be sort of the fun part. So I want to take a look at, first I need to get the right color. Because right now it's more of like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a peach. So it's close, but I want more of like a purple. So I'm going to take this code out of here. Oh, and you know what I'm going to do too? Let's go ahead and just get this pushed up to GitHub for anybody that wants to. Let's see. So where am I? This project, Alone Together 2020. We'll do a git init. And let's see. I'm going to touch git ignore. Git ignore. I don't want target or the lib directory or VS Code. Okay, now go to the GitHubs. I already have a git ignore. Oh, we'll add a license because that's a nice thing to do. Okay, so git remote origin add. Boom, boom. What? Oh, git remote add origin. Git remote add name origin. I always get those two mixed up. So just do a rebase and push. Yay! And there we go. Ah, with that default readme. Oh well, who cares? Here we go, folks. There's the GitHub repo. If you have a particle device and you want to do something similar, take this. You can subscribe to this. So I've got that. That's out. Now I'm going to take a quick bio break to refill my water. And then I want to come back and actually work on getting this light pulsing. And maybe if we have time, get this up on a second device that's connected to my wall. Maybe. We'll find out. All right. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay. Good bio break. Thank you for giving me a moment. So, there, I got touching my face again. So what I want to do now that I've gotten that working, right? Push the button, publishes a message, turns this LED on for 3 seconds and turns it back off, is I want to cycle through more of like a breathing sort of pulse up. So I think the first thing to do is to get the color right. Can I push it again? Yes. Odyssey, I can. Tell me if you got anything. I'll push it a few more times. I'm waiting with bated breath. Yes, it worked! Odyssey, now that makes 3 of us. You, me, and J.R. Rogers are now that much. We are connected in this isolated, crazy, insane world right now. So, and y'all can do it on the other side. So if you want to work out a way to publish this message, anybody that has a particle device or an account, .com-me, one more time? Okay, one more time, here we go. .com-me, if it works, I'm expecting a kapow from you. I remember how this goes, even though it's been a while. Ah, my back. No, maybe. Maybe. Not yet? Okay. I will try. I will keep trying. Your LEDs light it before I say it? Well, there's a built-in... There's obviously the built-in lag on the Twitch side where I'm doing things in real time and you may be actually, it's gonna happen before it shows up for me. You understand what I'm saying? It's like the old typical 7-second delay kind of thing. Okay. How am I gonna get this color right? HSB, I think, let me look at the source here for this because I thought the chainable LED also has Odyssey. Can you explain the arguments that are passed in the handle message function? I can. So the handle message function gives you 2 C strings basically, that tell you the name of the event and then the data that gets passed in. So for instance, if I'm over here and I fire an event and I create something with the event name of Alone Together 2020, and then I put in the data of a JSON object of foo bar, something along those lines, right? This will, the way that this translates here on the message handler is the event here would be Alone Together 2020, and the data string would be a string version of this foo bar with the other, escaped string version of foo bar, right? So those are the 2 things. I'm not using those in my case, but I could actually use them, right? I could use this method to specify the HSB values right here and then pass those in. Hopefully that makes sense. That's what that signature is there for. And I got to remember when I send these to make them public, because cool. All right, great, that worked. Subscribe, article publish. Okay. Robert Tables, hey, it is great to hear from you as well. Yeah, please do lurk for a little while. It has been, I'm excited that that's on Thursday. I'm going to see if I can jump in. I'll DM you because you said that you had discount codes and whatnot. Although I may just, with all the events going on online, I may rather just pay full price because I know it's hard to be an event organizer right now. But it's really cool that you're doing that. So, yeah, I'll hit you up. J.R. Rogers, I just set up a new Ubuntu VM for particle development. You still have to install a 32-bit lib for local compiling to work. No, you shouldn't have to actually. If you use Particle Workbench like I'm doing, all of the command, the tool chain, and everything gets installed for you. So that actually works pretty easily. So you don't have to do all of the old hoops you had to jump through to do local compilation. So yeah, it's very hard on Event Folks right now. I was set to go back to Norway in June, and then in September to speak at NDC again, and they moved all their events online. So I'm gonna still give my talks, but I'm gonna do them online, which will be like middle of the night for me. But that'll be fun, you know, kind of a cool thing to do. So we are actually doing our developer event that was going to be in Chicago at the end of April. That got moved to online as well. So I'm doing like a 4-hour hands-on workshop with folks online at the end of April. So yeah, Kelser the first. I know. Hey, how's it going? Yes, I know. I was pretty excited about heading back to Norway because I love that. I love Norway. But maybe next time. It did. .commie, if you're interested in getting in, hit me up on Twitter. I may be able to sneak you in there. Little friends and family kind of slide you to the front of the line kind of thing. Yeah, hit me up. What was I doing? Anyway, Robert Tables, it's really great to see you. Thanks for coming back in. I will be hopefully more engaged on Twitch in the short term, not just broadcasting, but also like getting into other folks' streams and stuff. But what I'm doing today is just trying to, you know, build something simple for, you know, help people feel connected. .com, are you still having issues getting that message? Or subscribing to that message when it gets published? Let me see if I can set this up. Hey, it works! That is 4 of us. 4 of us now. I coughed correctly. Yes. 4 of us now that are just a little bit more closer connected in this isolated world. All right. If I turn it, okay, I'm gonna set the brightness down to like 3.7. The saturation is 7. I had my devices that have all devices. Yeah, that's key. If you're doing this and you've got my devices, it's only going to be messages that are, it makes sense, from devices you own. All will allow you to subscribe to any crazy thing that anybody's sending out there, which is not a common default behavior, but I figure in this case it works. It's actually kind of cool that I'm able to do that. Argon keeps losing connection to Wi-Fi. No, that's no good. Do you have it on like a segmented access point for your IoT devices? Or is it on the same Wi-Fi as everything else? It's all shared. I have a separate one, but I sometimes forget to put stuff on it, which is why I asked. So that's better. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was going to go into the source here and see if there is a... I thought there was... Yeah, set color RGB. That's what I want. RGB, not... Yeah, but HSB gives me the ability to kind of like make it bright. Ah, I can't find the kapow. Ah, you got it. It worked. I do want to keep this brightness. So what would the hue saturation... Okay. So... So Rebecca Purple. That's the color that I want. The hex value... 663399, but what is the HSB? You get the HSL value. Okay, yeah. So 0.75, 0.5, 0.4. So let's try that. Let's try that. 0.75, 0.5, 0.4. Typing it in caps. Ah, okay. Okay, okay. Come on. Odyssey, this base, so the shield is actually a Grove. It's a Grove shield um, that makes it really easy to connect. It basically just breaks out a few of the analog digital pins and also the I2C buses into simple Grove connectors so that you can plug in Grove devices easily, which I'm a big fan of. Here is what that looks like in action. It's not, this is not the right place for it. It looks like this. This is sort of a close-up of the shield. That's effectively what it looks like if you... Let's see if I can make that a little bit bigger. So it's a quick way to plug in things like temperature sensors and whatnot and others. Just breaks those out there for you. So if you use something like the IoT starter kit that Particle has, and there's a ton of these Grove kits out there. This is basically just a shield that is Featherwing compatible, so any Featherwing device. That's how that works. Anyway, good question. Okay, J.R. Rogers, just FYI, on Ubuntu 19.10, I had to install GCC multi-lib. Okay. Separate from installing anything else, I'll have to make a note of that. Because that should be something we should probably just install. Okay, so I'm back on. Let's see if I hit it now. Okay. That's more purpley. It shows up kind of on the white side for me, so this is the problem with... Oh, it's 64-bit Ubuntu, yeah, so no 32-bit libraries by you. That makes sense. So I guess the answer to your earlier question was yes, you actually still do have to install 32-bit toolchain for some of that stuff. Let me up this saturation just a bit. This is where I get like really finicky because it's not like just the right color. It's almost there. Okay. What am I'm trying not to look at like news alerts on my other stream, but Trump says he hopes to have the economy reopen by Easter. Okay. All right. So now if I hit the button, it feels a little bit more purpley. A little bit more purpley. I like that. So let me up it even more. 0.7. 0.7. Do it again. I think it was me. It was me. Just waiting for this small little program to compile. Robert Tables, I got this particle boron for LTE because of conference Wi-Fi flakiness, and they go make it a remote conference. It's true. But hey, Robert Tables, the good news is that if your Wi-Fi goes out at home, you won't be able to give your talk, but your boron will still work. All right, Frackford, guess that's right. We would have bought one anyway. I know I would have. Ah, you got your car. Oh, that is absolutely win-win. Absolutely win-win. Let's get back on. Oh, that's awesome, J.R. Rogers. I'm gonna publish an MQTT message in the handler that lights up to my kid's bed. That lights up my kid's bed. I have a light strip under his bed. That is awesome. Please, if you do that, it gets it working. Because even after the stream today, I'm gonna I'll be pushing this button. I hope y'all do the same. I would love to see that in action. And we're talking about Wi-Fi, and now my device is struggling to get an IP address. I don't have that many devices on this network. Come on. Get that IP address. Please get that IP address. Please. It would be nice. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. That is sufficiently purple for my purposes. Okay, great. I think somebody else just hit me up. I got another one that popped up. I'm gonna keep an eye out, corner my eye for that. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to sort of slowly build up to that HSP level and then ramp back down. Sort of have it pulse on and pulse off, kind of a breathing kind of thing. And so there's a useful, basically, and this is just inside of the loop, but Fragware, that's pretty funny. Yes. I made a REST call using Postman. Don't have a but. Oh, perfect. Yeah. That's the beauty of this. This is all API curlable as well. So yeah, if y'all actually have not seen, if you have the Particle CLI installed, you know, another thing that you can do, you get that. Ah, I got another one. I saw another one. Is that you could do Particle publish. Is that right? What is that? Let me go to help on here. Me and CLIs. Yeah, particle publish. Publish to the public stream. Yeah. Particle publish. What is it? Alone, together. Oh, is it all one word? All lowercase? Or do I do like all alone together 2020? Together 2020 and public. And that should work. Yes. And that works too. But it's just 7 now. You start him out slow. That's awesome, J.R. Rogers, that you did that. I have some spare LED strips that I should do that for. I should do that for my boys. All 3 of my kids share a bedroom because they have a pretty large bedroom, and so they're all just like bunk bed and like Lego table and the whole deal up there. That would be kind of fun. I should do something like that for them. All right, so yeah, you can use the Particle CLI to publish events. There are curl commands for this. There he goes, touching his face again. I have ideas. For other things to do. Okay, so what I want to do now is just ramp this up and ramp it back down. So here's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna do a for loop for, let's see here. I equals 0, I plus plus, and we'll run this 10 times. So let's do this. Get that out of there. We're gonna, for each time, we're gonna do LED.set color HSV. And we're gonna do LED. Wait, I can't do that. I'm redefining something I already got. So LED. And okay, so this is the fun part. We want to take our I value and basically go up to 0.75, 7, and 0.4. This is going to be the fun. This is going to be the fun coding part. And then just adding each time through. So let's start with a float hue saturation and brightness of 0.0. And basically we'll do hue, saturation. I saw another one. Very nice. See, I feel connected. I feel connected to y'all because I know that we're getting through this thing. Thanks, Frackberg. You will. I'm gonna stream again. I think I'm gonna stream again on Friday. It's my plan later this week. I'm doing that webinar on Thursday. Otherwise, I'd be right back in a couple of days. But I think a chill Friday stream is what I'm planning now. C# Fritz, hey man, how are you? It is so great to hear from you. I know you have been going strong and doing well. Been excited to watch all the cool stuff you've been doing on your stream and helping run the MVP Summit. Was that last week? Looked like it was great. Thanks, Frackberg. I'll see you again next time. All right, so, and now we're gonna basically ramp up. Killing it. So much going on with live video during this event. Oh yeah. Okay. So I want to up my, so this is, okay. Here we go. This may not be the first stream that you ever saw a streamer pull up the calculator app. Definitely won't be the last. So what is 0.75 divided by 10, y'all? Oh, 0.075. Of course it is. But, you know, sometimes you just need a little bit of help. Sometimes you just need a little bit of assistance. 0.07, 0.075. So we're going to do hue plus equals 0.075. Saturation. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely still feel like, and I know it's been a while since I've streamed, but sometimes my brain just doesn't work when I'm streaming. Things that, like, I know y'all are there like, why did he just pull up the calculator app? You know what? Reasons. Okay, so that should get me up to purple. and then I can ramp back down after that. But for now, let's just replace this here. We'll delay. Oh wait, I want to do like a short delay in there, because otherwise it's going to happen all at once. You're not going to be able to see it. So let's do a delay of 50 milliseconds. 50 milliseconds long enough? 50 milliseconds pretty quick. So we can make it happen. It will happen. What? Hue may be used uninitialized. Do I have a syntax error there in how I am declaring those? Does C, maybe C don't like this. It's certainly possible. I'm not getting an error, but it seems like the kind of thing that could bite me in the butt at some point later. And let's do 0.0, just to be... Working. Hue may be used uninitialized. Well, I got it fixed now. Okay, so let's see. When I hit the button now and fire the event, that's kind of quick. But did y'all see that? It did. Maybe you didn't, but it kind of ramps up a little bit. So I bet if I delayed like 100 milliseconds, this would be a little bit better. And then I'll fire the event from here. Get it all queued up, ready to go. I think I can safely close the calculator app now. Okay. Here we go. I'm in, I'm online. And publish. Ooh, I like that better. I don't know if you guys see that. Nope. This song is called No Party Like a Mojang Party. Mojang. I don't know. Y'all, my kids, my boys are insane over Minecraft right now. I mean, they've kind of always been big fans. Kapow! That's right. But lately, we've been leaning into it. And I've been using Microsoft MakeCode, Minecraft, and Minecraft on my Windows 10 machine. To actually walk them through like Python coding with Minecraft, and they have been loving that. Absolutely loving that. It seems to be working pretty well. I thought about even streaming some of our MakeCode sessions together. That would be kind of fun. It'd be kind of a neat thing. All right, so that, I like that. It gets there kind of slowly, and then we can delay for a bit and ramp back down. So let's actually now do the ramp down loop. Yours too, J.R. Rogers? Oh yeah. And I mean, I gotta admit, it's kind of fun. My oldest just turned 11 last Friday. And on Thursday night, for his birthday, my wife and I snuck into his, because I got cross-platform play set up for all of them. So like, My oldest has a world set up on the PS4. I've got my youngest on an iPad and my middle on the Nintendo Switch, and they're all playing in this world on the PS4. It's been this long-running thing that they've been working on. And so my wife and I snuck in to his account to his world on Thursday night and actually like spelled out happy birthday and his name in blocks, which was he thought that was actually pretty cool. Now, you don't want to know how awkward my wife and I were fumbling through trying to like not destroy everything as we were trying to spell out happy birthday in his name, but that was pretty fun. Yeah, thanks, Kami. That was kind of neat. It ended up being sort of a Minecraft themed birthday because he got Minecraft and Harry Potter / themed birthday. Because I gave him a book on Python, like building mods with Minecraft and Python from No Starch, and he got a couple of the guides, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So we're definitely leaning into it. Okay. So now now we can ramp down. Let's do the ramp. When's the last time you pulled it all night? Right? No kidding, right? Thankfully, it did not take that long. I was worried that it would. Okay, so now we're just going to do the opposite. So I equals 10. I is greater than 0. And so at this point, HS and B should be up to 10. So I can do minus equals, and this should get us back down to 0. We'll delay that for a second as well. And we're looping. And we're looping. There he goes, touching his face again. This guy. Building, 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 building. Okay. Cool. We're getting back online. All right, so let's do, it'll ramp up and ramp back down. Oh no, not got all the way down to 0. Is it not getting all the way back to 0? I suppose it doesn't. Should I set this to -1? Or turn it like all the way off? Is it getting just like right there, or is my logic wrong? So I'm setting speed 0. I should be getting all the way up to. Oh, you know what I should do? I should change this before. And ramp it down before. Instead of doing the iterating and de-iterating. Yeah. J.R. Rogers, all right, it's now going to publish to my local MQTT server. Need to grab a camera to see what happens in his room. All right, do it. I'm so excited. Oh, wait, great. It's coming back on. But I think I figured out the issue here. I'll ramp it up. And down. And it's off. But I don't need to have that set to -1 because I see another one. I see another one. I'm going to actually move this up here. So let me flash that again. I feel like I end up like slowly moving this out of the camera. What is that? Chime out there. That was weird. So much red in my terminal. Okay, it flashed. It's coming back online. And up and down and up and down. So does it feel kind of like it doesn't feel breathy. If that's a word. I want it to sort of like breathe on and off for a few seconds. So if I remove this delay, I'm going to move this into another function. And I'm going to call it breathe LED. From here. I'm seeing them. They're showing up. I'm getting some. Y'all are firing events. It's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna have it go 3 times. I'm gonna remove the delay. And I'm going to put another for loop in here. I'm just going to have that run 3 times, basically. It's not that long. I mean, it's ramping up, ramping down. It'll take a couple of seconds, but it'll be sort of, I hope, at least the way that it'll look, is sort of a nice pulsing kind of off and on sort of thing. Thing again. Now you can also subscribe to events. I think that's right. I think the syntax on this is a little bit different. The default on that one. my devices only. I think it's if we do all devices. Oh, all. Oh, of course. I mean, that'd be the easier thing. Just say flag will be all. Okay. Listening to all devices from the fire hose. Let's see what these messages look like when I fire them. So let's see how this shows up now. Joe. Hey, man. It is so good to see you, man. Oh, look at that. 3 times. Ah. That felt so good. We'll fire it again. Oh, so satisfying. Thanks, Odyssey. So, all right. Jared Rogers, are you still... Did it work? Did it work on the LED strip in your kids' room? You want me to just keep on hitting it? Keep on firing this message? Let me publish this again. Oh no! Well, that's all right. I'm gonna keep on hacking on this. Okay. So now I've got this set up and it is listening if anything pops up from any of y'all. And I am going to, here, let me grab something. I'm not gonna start on this today, but I will on my next stream, which like I mentioned will likely be Friday. I wanna talk about what I wanna do next here. Oh yeah. Odyssey, I did, definitely. I committed and pushed, and you should see it in the GitHub repo. What did I call it? Alone Together 2020. Yeah, it's, oh wait, yeah, 1 minute ago. It's in there. Should be good to go. I'll copy the link again. Set that to my project link in the bot. Stream elements. Cool, great. It's so much fun. I'm gonna hit that button just while I'm sitting here by myself for the rest of the day. But hopefully I will see. This is the whole point. The whole reason that I wanted to do this was so that, you know, we're on meetings with coworkers, we're on, you know, live streams, Zoom, chats, things like that. But there are also times that we're all just heads down, not talking to anybody, trying to get our work done, and, you know, we may feel alone. So if you feel alone, you can hit the button. If you feel alone and you see that you've received a message from somebody else out there that's thinking about you. So what I want to do next, because I'm gonna wrap up here in the next couple of minutes, but here's what I want to actually do next. You see this here? Let me pull this thing out of here so I can show you in more detail. There is a spark core inside of this, like an old school particle device inside of here that this thing's been hanging up on my wall for years. It still works. Sounds like you're building a device for the hatch from Lost. Oh man. You know, Joe, I was thinking the other day, I was talking to Sarah, we were thinking about like going back and binging Lost again. Such a great show. But that's funny. It's a good idea. Like you have to push the button. You have to push the button and enter the code in order for it to work. Code Show, thanks so much for following. I appreciate it. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. And thanks for jumping into this craziness. So what I want to do with this LED panel that's connected to... Oh, you got it, J.R. Rogers? Sweet. That is awesome. Okay, J.R. Rogers, if you're on Twitter, hopefully you're on Twitter. That's okay. At me, at Brandon Satchram, like up on the top. There. Of course, I'm not on the camera. Over there. Or whisper. Send me a whisper message on Twitch. Because I would love to see that. It'd be really cool. The light show is on. I'm gonna hit the button again. That's so neat. So what I want to do is actually with my Spark Core, I'm gonna do this on Friday. I want to subscribe to that same message, but on this, what I'm gonna do is have like a LED heart, you know, that sort of like beats out. I mean, it's cheesy. Whatever. These are cheesy times. These are times we got to do what we got to do. And I think that would be kind of fun because this is up on my wall, so I can see it, you know, throw it up. And when the message fires, you know, it's over here to my right. I can just sort of see it, feel good, feel like there's you know, somebody else is thinking about me. Arbell79, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. So that's my plan. Well, and I'm going to work on that, like I said, probably on Friday. If you are interested in seeing the code as I have it so far, it is here. What we accomplished today was really relatively simple. We are subscribing to a message, Alone Together, and it's a public message, so any particle device anywhere in the world can publish that message. Anyone with a particle account, you don't have to have a device. If you have a particle account, you can publish that message using the particle CLI or using your using the command, using the CLI, using curl commands, etc. So you can subscribe that. And what I'm doing in my case is whenever I receive that message, I am just breathing this LED on and off 3 times. Just a little pulsing up to purple and back down kind of thing going on. And I fire that when I actually hit this button here. You can fire it any other way. So that's what we did today. I want to continue with that on Friday. Like I said, thank y'all for hanging out. I am going to jrrogers.com, Odyssey. Thank y'all for working along on this with me. I'm really, really excited that y'all have gotten to see, you know, this is sort of working on your end as well. This was the whole point. This was something I didn't want to work on just alone and nobody else is watching it. So it was exciting and I'm happy to be back. It's definitely too long since the last time I streamed, so I'm excited to get a chance to be back with y'all. We're gonna raid. I'm gonna raid Mr. B Trips, bald bearded builder, who was on here earlier, Sir Michael Jolly himself. So please do stick around for that. And if you haven't watched bald bearded B Trips before, do stick around and hang out for his stream. He's quite an entertainer, really sharp guy. So I'm gonna hang out in there with y'all for a while. And thanks, Jerry Rogers. I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. Oh, and thank you, Odyssey. That's really kind. You're awesome as well. I'll see y'all again in a couple of days, and we'll get back into making this a regular habit. So let's go ahead and raid, and y'all have a great rest of the day, great rest of your week. Stay safe, stay healthy. Don't be like me. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands, and let's try to find ways to be together, even though we're alone right now, trying to get through this thing. Take care, y'all. In 5 seconds. We're going. All right, now we're raiding. Take care, y'all. Bye.